part of the lesson, right? Draw Lewis dot dash structures for the molecules, right? So I have brought 4 examples to you. One is sulfur trioxide. I'm going to start with sulfur trioxide. So before you are going to draw this, as a beginner, it's good to write the number of electrons. This is sulfur trioxide. Let's write electrons from sulfur. Whenever we draw the dot dash structures, we mainly focus about the outermost electrons. So in sulfur you have 6 outermost electrons. Then let's talk about oxygen. Electrons from, you don't want to write this for the exam, right? As a beginner only you are writing this to make you understand only, and don't waste your time to write these things. You have more things to do rather than this. Electrons from oxygen. How many electrons are there from oxygen? 6. So how many atoms are here? 3 atoms. 6 into 3, 18. So the total is, what is the total? 24. If you have drawn the right dot dash structure, you should mark, you will get 24 electrons. Okay, right. Now we are done. We are going to draw the mechanism. We are going to draw the structure. Right. Just keep the number of electrons in your mind, 24. Let me write it in the corner. Right, 24. Right, I'm going to clean the rest of the part. Right, then I have sent you the note. According to your note, you have seen that sulfur has double bonds with oxygen, right, double bonds with oxygen, and there are lone pairs to be marked. So where am I going to draw the lone pairs? Which one has lone pairs? Oxygen has lone pairs. Okay, let me draw. Right, oxygen has lone pairs. Let me draw a bit bigger because, right, here also you can see the lone pairs of oxygen due to the electron configuration. But as an A-level student, you are not supposed to keep this diagram in this way, because we know in the bonding there are bonding angles, right? So here you will get trigonal planar. So according to that, there will be this bonding shows you, it recalls your memory of a triangle. That's why we call trigonal. Trigonal planar. Trigonal planar, this shape. Now we'll see how we draw the trigonal planar. Now you will ask, teacher, can't we change this? Yes, you can change. How do you change this one? You can, when you keep a mirror, so what will happen? If you want, you can go for this diagram. Sulfur, oh I'm sorry. Either ways are accepted. See, the same thing in different ways. We call this trigonal planar, right? And the second one, dichloromethane. We will see how to draw that. 2. See the number of electrons now here, 2, 4, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. Okay, fine. Right. See, I hope you can see the dots well now. I'm sorry. I think that I'm in a class with you. I forget that you are far from me. Right? Anyway, hope you can see this well. Yes. Right. Let's count it again. Here you have double bonding, 2 electrons, 2 electrons. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. See the count? Right? Then you can be happy because you drew the right diagram. Right. Right. Let's take dichloromethane, methane. How to draw that? I'll clean the heading also. Can you remember how the bonding take place? Yes, you can, because you all have good grades. So I know you can remember that. Right. How to draw this one? Let's try the number of electrons from carbon. Electrons from carbon. How many electrons from carbon? 4. Electrons from hydrogen? Oh. Electrons from hydrogen? 1. But there are 2 atoms, therefore 1 into 2. 1 into 2, answer is 2. And electrons from chlorine? 7. 7 in 2 atoms are there, then answer will be multiplied by 2. Then this is 14. The total is, the total is what? 14, 16, 20. So if your drawing is correct, finally you should gain 20 electrons. Right? Okay, let's draw this. I hope you can draw faster than me. At home, you draw and check with mine. Right. How to draw this? Yeah, you can try with the normal drawing, no problem. That is at the beginning, but remember to change it, as we are not allowed to draw this. We need the bonding angle. Oh, we have 2 chlorine. Right. One is with hydrogen. Right. See? This is the correct figure of drawing the dichloromethane. You can change the place where you have placed chlorine, no problem at all. We call this tetrahedral in shape. Tetrahedral in shape. Right? Right. And please draw the electrons around the mentioned atoms. Chlorine has 7, so right. See how it works. See the calculation. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Here we take only 2 because we have a single bond. In the previous example I have counted as 4 because they were double bonding. So let me go to the third example. That is hydrazine, HCN. Can you remember, have you seen hydrazine before? Yeah, we rarely use hydrazine, but in your syllabus they have mentioned about hydrazine, therefore I would like to talk about hydrazine. Right. Let's write electrons from hydrogen 1, electrons from carbon 4, electrons from nitrogen 5. Hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen. So 7, take 2 off, you have 5. Right, let's draw. So now what could be the 5, 4, 1, 10. It should be 10. Let's draw the dot dash diagram, the Lewis dot dash diagram for this. Okay. Hydrogen and carbon, what could be the bonding? Whenever we use C hydrogen, hydrogen doesn't have any option, it will form a single bond with carbon. And whenever, I hope you can remember when you are in IGCSE class, you have drawn the diagram of nitrogen, diatomic nitrogen. In between nitrogen and nitrogen there are triple bonds. So here also same. If nitrogen is not making a triple bond, it is not stable. If carbon is not making 4 bonds, it is not stable. That is the reason. Ultimately carbon has 4 bonding. Yes, true. Here there is a lone pair for nitrogen. Oh. Right. Now you will ask teacher, what is the shape of this diagram, this compound? What is the shape? It doesn't have a shape like what we have discussed earlier. It has a linear shape. It is in a line, linear. So in between these bonding, 180 degrees are there. You know the bonding in between oxygen and water. The bonding is 104.5 or simply we say 105 degrees. Right? Let's go to the last example, that is tetrachloromethane, CCl4. Okay, electrons from carbon 4, electrons from chlorine 7, but there are 4 atoms, therefore we will get 28. Finally you will get the answer. The total is 32. 28, 30, 32. So if you have drawn the right diagram, finally you will notice there are 32 electrons in the complete diagram. Fine. Let's draw. Like dichloromethane, you can draw these two. Carbon connected with 4 chlorine bonds. Fine. Yes children, it's true. But according to the repulsion, according to the Vesper repulsion theory, what will happen? There are repulsion in between each bonding. Right? Therefore, this will forms, or this will gives a tetrahedral in shape. Chlorine, 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 chlorine. Let me clean this one, then it is easy to understand, right? Right. So Let's draw the lone pairs here, lone pairs of electrons. Right, we have come to the end of this. See? Right, these are the lone pairs of electrons. Hope you can see them. Right. See? Can you count them? See? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32. Can you remember the calculation? I have cleaned the board and I wrote it aside in the previous slide. 32 electrons should be mentioned in your diagram, in your drawing. So this is the exact diagram for tetrachloromethane, the Lewis dot dash structure. So what is the shape? Tetrahedral, right? This though you see in this board 2D board, you should take it to 3D board and identify it, right, how it comes. Hope you can understand this well, and I hope you will practice more and more Lewis dot dash structures at home, and keep your note and the video with you and compare them. If you have any doubts, we can clarify them in the future. Hope to see you soon. Wish you good luck, and may God bless you.